Need to mute Discord room. I need it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go here. Need to mute Discord. What am I doing here? Hold up. Yeah. Volume down there. Let's see. Larry Kudlow is like the universal, behind kisser to Donald Trump without doubt. Unequivocally, this guy is a serious brown nose to Donald Trump. He wants a job so bad. And he's been wrong thus far and given his analysis about Trump's president value or his esteemed value since he came into office, whatever. But anyway, you guys just probably paying attention a little bit. I just kind of open up my live stream for a couple seconds here, going into the close a little bit. I have to get out of here in a second to go pick up my little son. But interesting, we know that 3:30 was the time slot that they had allotted for Donald Trump to come out here and officially make his statement that he's going to impose those tariffs on the aluminum and steel industry values in terms of the imports coming in. Pretty much he's going to tax people heavily like China and so forth on. Then he's supposed to give the certain percentage amounts that he's going to tax these people for this aluminum and steel that this country uses at exorbitant rates obviously anyway. I mean, it imports massive amounts of steel and aluminum for the car industry and everything else that goes on in this country here, because obviously it shut down everything else in this country in terms of factory and aluminum steel manufacturing centers anyway. So it's like, darn if you don't. So I don't see how you really win, unless they finna really crank up a lot of iron ore up out of Canada and Mexico. And it's ironic too, because he's wanting to give, he's wanting Mexico to side with him on this. He's wanting Mexico and Canada to side with him on this agenda, so to speak, and to pretty much eliminate them or exempt them from having to pay any kind of tariffs on that kind of industry in a sense, which is odd because you think about this, right? This is the guy that's going super hard to to build this wall, right? To close out Mexico from America and close out immigrants from coming in, but yet he still want to do business with them on the aspect of the steel and the aluminum. So obviously, I don't know how to even to call this guy. It's funny. He's just like the universal, minstrel show all in one. I mean, he's every minstrel show you probably ever seen back in the antiquity days and then some. And it's weird, there's a method to his madness, could be whomever, but obviously there's certain things about his, his office value that I like, because obviously it gives black people opportunity, especially black folk, the opportunity to really realize that, you're on your own, you always have been, and you need to kind of work, with other people that's going to have your interests in mind, your best interests in mind, so you can get, really be about your business. Outside of that, he's also, taking those, the side of the system or the country as a whole that don't necessarily want to go down that path of just trying to be segregated from everyone in terms of those kind of immoral morality values that he's trying to propagate to the country. All right, but that's it. You're dealing with You're dealing with a madman, so to speak. And you know, I'm just kind of curious watching the market here going into the close. What's going to happen? Because you know the Dow Jones Industrial Average has been very volatile over the last few days. That and the Nasdaq Composite, everything else, the S&P been kind of crazy. Qs, you know, up one day, down 1 minute, up one day, down in the same day, back up in the same day. It's a lot of volatility. Obviously, from an investor standpoint, people look for this, right? Because it shows you this price action, right? This movement in the market where you can, you know, get in and out of stock. Excuse me. However, you need to make sure you're on the right side of that transaction when it goes down. So this is kind of odd. Like I said, it's very odd just witnessing this kind of go down a little bit here. Yeah, I got a couple positions out, you know, right now. So, but anyway, I just want to kind of come on also to kind of speak about tonight's trading. Obviously, you guys know I've been kind of absent in the Facebook group, the investment training group, because Facebook put me in Facebook jail, right? I have to explain that to y'all a little bit later. But I'm in Facebook jail for like 7 days because y'all know my stance when it comes to South Africa and what's going on down there. So apparently, my truth post, it was a truth post, obviously. It upset the powers that be, right? The people that want to act like this ain't happening and that, you know, we don't have a right to voice our, you know, political, accurate as they may be, opinions about what's going on down there. So apparently someone, you know, flagged my post, or they did it somehow. You know, they Facebook moderators troll Facebook anyway. So I'm not going to be blaming other people anymore. It's just more or less them trolling. You know, a lot of stuff that they don't want black folk to be empowered about, you know, things that's happening. So as if we can't speak about what's happening, you know, what's going on around the world globally. So, but again, once again, it's not me to kind of make that decision whether it's good or not, because I don't really be on Facebook like that anyway. I'm only on there for my people in terms of financial literacy, things like that. I don't even use Facebook for all the other kind of stuff most people use it for on the daily value. I have too much, you know, of my time being consumed with, you know, investing, trading, my other business practices and so forth anyway. So it doesn't matter. I'm not a Facebook groupie. And no means. Actually, I dislike it because it takes away a lot of good time and energy from people's mindset. They need to be focused on, you know, unifying and building some things so we can make some, you know, some real big differences and change in the world anyway. But again, you know, so I have to use my other Facebook page to log in to get through the Facebook group to kind of go over what's going to happen. So tonight, obviously, I'm trying to, you know, ration out in my mindset how I'm going to do tonight. Again, like I said, because I got my little guy. It's just me and him. And I'll figure something out either way. You know, you guys will get some information on, you know, how we're going to conduct that scenario. Be it maybe a pushback, maybe an hour or so, or, you know, we may set it for another day. Who knows? I'll just wait, you know, and get the consensus from you guys as well. You guys' input, you know, matters greatly. So welcome to the room, Brother Sean Moody. I see you in the house over. Having overlooked you. I'm just all over the place a little bit, watching the market a little bit here. I got a few positions open, whatever, going to the close. I had some nice major plays today, actually, too, across several accounts. My TD Ameritrade account and Robinhood accounts, both Robinhood accounts, and obviously my TradeNet account that I'm trading as well. You know, very liquid day today in the market overall. I'm hoping some of you guys had a chance to kind of, you know, look in on the market if you didn't trade. You know, hopefully you kind of saw some of the price action happening. So. So right now we got, you know, Agent Orange, President, you know, Orange Man, speaking right now about the tariffs here. In fact,
by unfair foreign trade practices leading to the
some of the stuff we already pretty much just gonna say, but
the laying off of millions of workers and the decimation of entire communities. And that's going to stop, right? It's going to stop. This is not merely an economic disaster, but it's a security disaster. We want to build our ships. We want to build our planes. We want to build our military equipment.
You want to build this wall,
aluminum from our country.
That's still going to, you know, require, you know, steel rebar and so forth on. But you want Mexico to also side with you and going along with this whole fiasco of tariffs.
I'm defending America's national security.
This is funny.
By placing tariffs on foreign imports of steel and aluminum. We will have a 25% tariff on foreign steel and a 10% tariff on foreign aluminum.
25%. Wow.
The product comes across our borders.
Wow. That's a big percentage, guys. Imagine that. 25%.
And they dumped more than at any time.
It's crazy. Forgive me, guys. Snacking.
Anywhere in the
Got some
world.
little organic little chips or whatever these are. I don't know.
And it drove our plants out of business. It drove our factories out of business. And we want a lot of steel coming into our country, but we want it to be fair. And we want our workers to be protected. And we want.
So my question is, there's no iron ore really coming up out of the ground in America. You know, the Quakers and the colonials been raping a lot of those resources, as well as the gold, stuff like that. So
there's no tax.
The iron ore, the natural iron ore that is used to make aluminum and steel, now these other different scenarios, you still have to import some of that stuff from somewhere, regardless if you manufacture it here or you manufacture it in Mexico or Canada. At some point, you still have to deal with these countries that are also in aid. Obviously, most of us coming out of, you know, Africa. We already know that. South America, you know, in a lot of ways, and so even some parts of Asia, whatever, them being trying to, you know, facilitate a lot of this stuff too. But
we have a long way to go on regulations, but we've already cut.
We'll see how this works out. Because, you know, worst case scenario is that, you know, the price of automobiles is going to go up because what? The price of steel is going to be what? A little bit more what? Scarce, right? So the price is going to supply and demand reality. Some of these more, you know, heavily, you know, steel industries or aluminum-based industries that require these type of products for certain values. You know, you're gonna find some, you know, some taxation happening here. And in some cases, again, like I said, so who's going to be, you know, facilitating these metals?
Has been ravaged by aggressive foreign trade practices.
Let me go see what the spy doing. 1 second. Let me see what the spy is doing right now. Because the spy definitely will tell you exactly if they.
Countries have added production capacity.
Okay, yeah. So just like I thought, the market is selling off. It's dumping a little bit, not a lot, but it dumped. It was sitting at 274. It was sitting at 274 on the SPY, and right now it's down to 273.53. So it dumped almost near $1. It's down to VWAP now, actually. So if it breaks VWAP here, all that it did today to fight to get back to stay above, you know, water a little bit in terms of the S&P 500 SPY or whatever, and those other little weighted industries like that, indices, all that it gains today is going to lose it and give it all back. So right now I'm seeing that a lot of people are starting to short it. They're shorting the SPY right now. People are shorting on the SPY. They're going to push this thing on the VWAP. They are definitely trying to push it on the VWAP. We'll see if it, you know, people are going to sell a little bit probably as well going into the close. So that's why he chose to do it at 3:30, because, you know, this is most time people are taking profit, you know, their money for the day anyway. In most cases, they're day trading. But it messes up the hedge funders too, because some of them may be trying to set their swing plays together. Okay, here we go right now. The SPY is actually going underneath VWAP. Now it has broken the VWAP line. The SPY has broken the VWAP line. So now, I mean, officially that's that skittish zone when people start triggering and selling. Stop losses are being triggered now. People that had automatic sell triggers are starting to go off now. And the market is pulling back. It's already down over a point now. A point, yeah, it was under a point now already. In that little bit of time since Trump started speaking. So interesting. Again, you know, this is why we live for this, guys, as investors and traders. Like some of you guys, you know, just popping in a little bit. Welcome to the panel. Oh, that's Sin Shun. Welcome, Sin Shun. Welcome over. Welcome, Sin Shun, to the house. Like I said, just a few, you know, quick little live stream going into the close. Close the market. They kind of, you know, they kind of speak about what's happening in the current event aspect, as we always talk about, you know, keeping up with the current events, because it matters, right? This is your money. Okay, some of you guys once again may have 401ks, TSP, Roth, you know, mutual funds out there, ETFs, whatever the case. And in some cases, these are setting and forget it type investments. I get it in some cases. But you still need to know exactly what's going on with your money and all aspects in terms of how the government affects the industries and the, you know, the different indices and the different, you know, economic, you know, parameters that may, you know, that some of your money may be kind of tied into through some of your investments. So today is a big day. We were actually waiting on this day, day traders, because, you know, this is the time when the volatility becomes very erratic, right? So stocks either go two different ways, either one or two different ways, right? Either straight up or they come down a little bit. All right. And so right now, being the SPY selling off a little bit. So most of the position that you may have out there are starting to probably pull back. Matter of fact, let me see where mine are in terms of
This is a closed plant.
Let me see. Yep. Yeah, let me share my screen. Let's just see what's in my position. Now, I was sitting at around about 20, I want to say about 2,800, 2,800 before Trump started speaking. This was around about 320, 322, 323, somewhere around there. And then the press release was at 3:30, obviously, so everybody was waiting on that. Let me share my screen, guys, so y'all can see where I'm sitting at now. Just in a matter of that little time, you know, I done picked up, you know, this amount of money you know, just because this guy is speaking, talking that craziness as always. You guys can probably get a chance to see what's going on here.
We actually operated on cash flow.
Let me see. Oh, I have to minimize this because it's in the way.
The protective tariff policy of the Republicans, he said.
So, you know, this is, like I said, account them trading, you know, for market values, you know, just, you know, being able to assess, you know, how trades respond to certain aspects of you know, political environment, political jargon, and things that happen throughout the news, throughout the day, whatever, anything that comes out of Washington or whatever, just from gold perspective, and, you know, different ways you can trade these different accounts and kind of see what they are. Because most of my Robinhood accounts and my other accounts are pretty much square at this point. I have 2 open positions right now, and that's ZSAN. Some of you guys might see me post that if you kind of follow me on Stock Twits or Stock Twits or you know, Twitter, whatever the case. You can see I've been posting throughout the day some of the positions I'm in. Some of these do some in like very, very, you know, good price, entry prices. So one of them I was in like $8 and bought in more, a little bit more, averaged up to like $10.60. So that stock today ran up to like $25. So that was like a 2-day value in terms of it being, you know, at my average of $10.60. It went up above like $15 in 2 days. So I picked up $15 a share in that stock in just literally about a day and a half. And that's the Z sign, the one you're seeing up here to your left. I don't know if it's showing on the screen. It might be your right, my left, but it's my left. Z sign, ZSAN up here. Obviously, I got a big short and right. You know, obviously, I'm definitely looking to push this stock down. I've been in this thing short since 1070-ish. Shorted it way before when it was way up there, like $27, $30 before. I've just been constantly just, you know, bringing it down because obviously at this point it's a trash company. It's been, you know, revealed that, you know, the company, the CEO is fraudulent. Some of the practices he's doing, making a lot of fraudulent claims that he cannot back by his SEC filings, so to speak. So CNBC again put a hit piece out on this guy, the CEO, to expose this guy. And ever since then, the stock kind of been in a free fall a little bit, trying to pull him back a little bit at a time, but eventually it's going to go down lower. So right now, that stock, that trade alone is probably, I think, is one of the biggest that make up a big chunk of this amount of money I have in this one here today in this regard. So I think that's roughly, I want to say, I think that stock is up maybe $2,300, $2,200 in this trade alone. Now this stock right here, DXR, just spiked up out of nowhere at the last minute. I had some news that came out late. I forgot the actual news it was. It was something dealing with either acquisition or I have to go back and look it up. But anyway, it's on my radar for tomorrow, definitely. So I forgot, you know, that, you know, this time of the day, obviously, you kind of catch those weird scenarios happening where the market is kind of shifting anywhere with this news. And I was away, actually, I was away handling some business. I got back in the house real fast and ran to my computer. And I missed my entry. I was trying to get filled, sitting around here around like the $4.70-something area, $4.60 area. And I missed that area, right? And I didn't want to chase it up here, which I probably still could have been, you know, still been fruitful. But, you know, I was trying to get filled somewhere around here, like the 450 to 470 area. You know, when I seen this little kind of, you know, this little area here, support area here, and hit that little high point of resistance, pull back a little bit, and then shot through this big bullish candle. I was trying to get filled and I couldn't, so I was like, I'm not going to chase it. Obviously, it would have been worth it still, regardless, because I was still picked up, you know, literally dang near, you know, near almost near $3 a share, because it went from $4, you know, obviously you see down here, way down here under $3 and some change, up to like $7, and, you know, a little bit over $7 here. In a matter, once again, about an hour. That's how it just jumped up and started running. So again, that's why I love this opportunity, guys, in terms of our craft. I mean, we can make money. I mean, just, you know, whenever we choose, obviously we're in the right place at the right time, you know, having the right mentality, knowing what we're doing, why we're doing it, and taking advantage of what the market's offering, right? Because these companies are, you know, buying and selling products throughout, they merging, making acquisitions and filing, you know, different form, you know, SEC type forms to kind of, you know, reflect their latest, you know, values and so forth on. So again, we're just using this the same way as it was if you was buying a house long term. Just look at it that way, right? You're looking for a share equity stake value, right? In terms of your land and your property value valuation and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So when you buy a share of a stock, you're basically doing the same thing. So you're just buying a share equity stake in that company. Obviously, it's land and different, you know, net book values and so forth. You get a piece of all that. And you get to choose when you sell it. Unlike buying a house, you stuck with a, you know, 30-year note, right? 10, 15-year note, depends on how you got your payment stuff structured. And you locked into that for, you know, into that time span until you sell it, you know, either sell it or you pay it off. Well, when you invest in a company and stock, you're just renting it pretty much, you know, to when you feel like, okay, you know, been able to benefit off of enough from, you know, you obviously loaning them your capital, that they're going to go out and make, good use of it. And then you turn around and, sell and, take some of that profit on the table for, for allowing them to kind of use your capital too. So to speak, just kind of paraphrasing the value of why investing is so important, to learn and to know this stuff. It's a craft like none other, right? You're talking about generational wealth building here, at levels that really rivals, I just can't put it to any kind of capacity in it. Pretty much a job description value out there, or especially even profession. You are your own boss, literally. Literally, and your overhead is literally nothing. What you see here: laptop, cell phone, computer, your Wi-Fi signal, some initial capital, some knowledge, period. And anywhere around the world, you're set for life if you learn this. So again, you can see yourself making, $3,000-$4,000 a day, $2,000 a day, right? It could be $200-$300 a day, it could be $20 a day. It doesn't matter. Your value of success depends on how you value it and your time and your money. So again, these are very doable realities once you learn how to do this properly, right? So obviously you see, me have my little moments here and there, whatever the case. But obviously, you just my goal is to show you that there's a level of consistency that can happen once you're knowing what you're doing, right? Now, again, these are just some of the things I've been able to learn thus far. I'm nowhere near I will be, 4 or 5 years from now. I'm still considered in my own right. I always stay very humble because I know I'm still new at this in a lot of ways. I haven't been investing day trading, 5 to 6 years. No, I have not. 10 years, like some of the people I know. Interesting though, I've been doing a lot. I've learned a lot under my time of investing in day trading, to the point where I've been more, I guess I would say, prosperous in some cases than some of those guys have been trading that long, from that length of time. That has a lot to do with mentality. I'm pretty sure of that. In psychology, how you value the market. What do you see? How much do you pay attention to, what's going on in the news, current events that may, that whole totality, you have to put the whole piece of the puzzle together to make it make sense. And for me, that's what I've learned how to do very, early on, and how to quantify information and data, use it to my benefit. So the market is kind of rebounding a little bit. So it sold off, went underneath the VWAP, went down to 273, bounce. I actually did a dead cat bounce. You guys will figure out what a dead cat bounce is. Pretty much like when a cat does a little, fake bounce. That's, trading terminology when the stock, the candles bounce from one to the next at the same level, but doesn't necessarily break that air. That consistently be, that's a consensus value where that means makes it that's a support level that the stock bounced off of, and that there's a lot of people that's bought in at that level. They're trying to keep that stock from going underneath that, and so it bounced and went back up. So it shot back up above VWAP, and now the market, it's sitting at around about 273.50 is somewhere around in the spot. I always look at the SPY as a litmus test of the market because that's value of a lot of the different companies that make up a lot of the weight of the overall market as a whole, especially when you're talking about the S&P 500, Standard & Poor's, 500, some of the most liquid companies in the in the market, the NYSE, the different other indices, so forth on. But again, I'm just kind of wanting to show the market going to the close a little bit here, and I got to get out there in a second, go get my little guy. I actually got to drive down to the post too, Fort Lee, to get him, but it's just me and the little guy for the entire month. The missus is on the way on business, so get excited about that, right? Which will definitely curtail a lot of my trading. I'm literally trading on pins and needles and trying to handle other stuff too. But I like these moments like this. It just really increases your value to get good at multitasking. So again, the market jumped up. It did a dead cat bounce at 273, went back above VWAP. Right, didn't go back to up near the highs where it pulled from, obviously, but that was just what they call probably shorts covering. Some of the short sellers were covering their position at 273. Right, a few new bulls came in, bought it back up, ran it up to about additional little 50-something cents, and now it seems like it's headed back down. If it can't get some new buyers coming in. Right now, it's a big volume counter coming in though, so we may have some volume to try to push it back up. We'll see. And we only have like 5 minutes left going to the market anyway, to the close. Excuse me. All right, so again, for my family, that's an investment introduction to investment workshop. Again, tonight I'll be emailing you guys as soon as I get back and let you know exactly what we're gonna be doing for this evening. I'll also get you guys input too, because again, I got my little guy, so I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this, and how we're gonna work that, because the timing is obviously going to be some kind of conflict value, but we'll see. But I will get you guys' opinion because again, you guys' opinion matters more than anything to me, especially just being able to put value in this opportunity. Learning this craft, and then obviously this week I've been kind of like a little kind of absent here and there certain days, and I normally would be interacting inside that training room Facebook group. But again, Facebook banned me. I'm banned for 7 days, you know, because I spoke the truth about South Africa. I just call it what it is. I don't bite my tongue and I don't scratch, you know, unless I'm itchy. So you all know me. I speak my piece. I don't co-sign none that I don't believe in. I can't verify through some kind of value, primary resource, so to speak. And then again, you know, it's always constant research anyway. But again, I just want to share this little moment with you guys going to the close. I didn't send out any invites. I didn't let anyone know. I just kind of opened up the live stream to kind of watch the market going into the close. Let's see here. If we go here and put in the SPY so you guys can see what I'm talking about in terms of the SPY here. And we'll have the market right here, up here to the right-hand side here. How the market's responding here, going into the close here. You see exactly what I was talking about. I said I came down here and bounced right here at that 273 and shot back up for like 50-something cent, you know, 50, 60-something cent, pull back a little bit. But it did cross over what they call the VWAP line. We know the VWAP lines. We've been speaking about that a little bit in the Discord room and also Facebook groups. That's pretty much like the gun line or the litmus test line in the market in terms of the daily value, right? It shows exactly how, you know, the market is trading either from a bullish perspective or a bearish perspective. So anytime your stock, you know, falls underneath that VWAP line, that gun line, that means you're in trouble. That means you're in a lot of trouble for us today on the daily value. If your stock can kind of hover above that VWAP line, even if it bounces under and come back above it, then you might be good to go. I mean, you might have a little, a little value of hope left in you for us that stock going, you know, going back up to the upside a little bit more. So this one here, particularly, like I was talking about DXR, when it jumped up on that news, it instantly was riding VWAP pretty much throughout the day. And it hugged it pretty much all throughout the day very nicely. How the stock, you know, the bulls just kept this thing, you know, in a very positive state, in a green state, until that news really kicked in here. And then after that, it was just like lights out, you know, literally about about 8 or 9 green candles back to back, which is odd to see sometimes in terms of a market. That means the bulls just took control, just overran the short sellers. And, you know, at that point, it's blue past and went up there and crest up here around like $7 and like 20 cents, probably somewhere around there, 15, 20 cents. Pull back to VWAP. As you see here, hug that VWAP, and now it's holding VWAP. So it shows that the stock is still bullish, but it has to hold that VWAP to be, you know, confirm that, you know, it's going to be a bullish play, possibly even for a swing trade, right? So I may look into a swing trade in the stock, even though I missed it down here at $4.50, which I'm still kicking myself with. But that's no big deal, you know. Hey, you know, you can't catch everything, right? So that's part of the business. But as long as I knew I was there at the point when the news dropped and I could have bought it, but I was on the road at that time and couldn't trade it, and that's what I bought in my Robinhood account. That still makes me feel comfortable knowing that, you know, I'm always on top of my game in terms of my level of due diligence and research value and setting alerts and being on top of the news when it drops. So I was given an opportunity right there where, you know, easily I could have, you know, if I caught that stock there at 450, you know, about maybe like 1,000 shares. Obviously, I'd been like, you know, $4,500 buy-in and rode up to like $7, right? Picked up like, you know, basically like $2 and near 50-something cents a share. You know, you guys can do the math on that. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a quick little profit. But, you know, that's part of the game. You know, we live for this stuff, for the opportunity, therefore. So, all right, guys. But I just want to kind of share my screen going into the market here, excuse me, to the close, showing, you know, seeing what this market going to do here, showing what's happening with the tariff scenario. So the market sold off, then it rebounded, as you see here, and shot right back up. So we'll, you know, maybe that's some good news in terms of how investors see it. We'll see after hours how the market responds. So this is good homework for some of you guys that haven't, you know, started touching the investments yet. It's seeing exactly how the SPY will react going into, you know, the after hour market. Meaning when the market shuts down at 4, that, you know, extended hours of trading, we'll see how the market responds there. And as always, I'm still excited. My Riot short, I'm shorting this stock right here, Riot. As you see, it's still what? It's still selling off. So I'm excited about that. We'll push that baby on down a little bit more. So that's it. All right, look at that big ugly wick right there. Look at that ugly wick that came off the SPY right here in a split second. Look at that, guys. I mean, literally, you had a flash split, what do you call it? A candle split. I don't forget how they classify this particular scenario when that happened. But literally, from here, from 274 all the way down on the 273. You know, weird how does the market react? Very weird. All right, but guys, let me get out of here and go get my little guy. I just want to share my screen a little bit. Going into the close, and you know, kind of reflect on what's going on in the market here. I appreciate you guys, you know, stopping in, checking in on your brother. Like I said, I will be contacting you guys, you know, to figure out how we're gonna do this tonight's session. because I didn't get a chance to get out the housekeeping assignments, which was basically going to be dealing with the platform usage anyway, that we're actually going into that level of the workshop anyway. But that's stuff that we can do in real time, and we'll get that stuff quantified over the weekend when I get this stuff a little bit more confined and compartmentalized in terms of me handling my little guy, so I can make sure I be on point come next week a little bit. So again, do forgive me for that, for you guys that's in the investment training room, whatever the case. So all right, so yeah, so the market is so it kind of rebounded off the low, off the under the after bounce back up. So we'll see how it reacts in the after hours, extended hours of trading here, going into the the full close of the market as a whole at 8. All right, so again, appreciate you guys stopping in on your brother. What's going on, fans? So do a quick little shout out. What's going on, Oba Fisher? I see you in the house. Obviously, Sin Sean in the house. Definitely appreciate you stopping through. My brother, obviously, thank you for coming through. Trade Stocks and Trying. Obviously, first guy in the house, my brother Sean Moody. Obviously, you get the kudos of the day. Checking in on your brother. Obviously, everybody busy, whatever. But yeah. So again, he said, Sean, you need to make an extra 2,500, bro. Hey, I got you. Trust me. Everything we're gonna learn in this is going to be able to put us in a position where we can be in a position to do it, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I got your back. Trust me when I tell you that. And I can say that unequivocally, with the highest level of integrity and dignity and passion, because y'all know how I am. It's a method to my madness. And I take this stuff very serious. You guys see me in and out of these Discord rooms on the daily. You may follow me on Stock Twist and see me over there posting or wherever. But my time is always all over the place. But it's for a reason that I do that. I like to extend myself in these different environments so I can learn, right? I'm still in data. I'm giving data too, right? It's quid pro quo, it's something for something, so to speak. So I give a little bit and I take a little bit. So the goal is what? Find your own niche, but steal from everybody. As y'all always hear me say that. I say that religiously, so to speak, all right? No pun intended for the word religion, all right? But y'all get my point. Find your own niche, but steal from everybody, right? So, excuse me, when we get to that point where we're starting to kind of really kicking off you guys, paper trading and moving to that next level, live trading, we're going to be trading together too. That's what I love about this. Some of you guys have already traded with me, whatever the case. I've traded with you all, whatever, but we're going to trade together. That's what it doesn't stop after the little so-called 3-month workshop value is over. At this point we plugged in. The goal is to get you equipped to the point where you could just, get through the introduction value. Have somebody that can break this stuff down to you in a way we can dumb it down. You'll learn all the technical stuff really on the back end a little bit. That comes in time, right? You're not going to get it all at once. Right? Some of you guys, once again, will pick up on a lot faster than a lot of people would. It just depends on how much you want it. How passionate you are, and how serious you are in terms of wanting to get this craft, right? So I promise you guys, this ain't nothing. I really can say this, with a straight face, guys. Because some people will be looking sideways when they go to speak about this. Investing and trading as a whole, once you learn some of the basic parameters of it, it is not rocket science. It'll actually piss you off that you just figured out this now at this certain spot of stage in your life. And at some point you probably had a lot of different free capital up where you could have been investing in the market, right, and using that money to go to work, and what you would have did from that, had given an opportunity that you was probably trading the market or whatnot. So again, we're going to take this thing to the next level in terms of obviously going to the next session of the workshop. This is obviously the month 2, going to the 3rd month. But beyond that, what I'm really talking about trying to take the next level is really getting a lot of people, especially brothers and sisters, really excited about investing and trading the market. Because again, 5.3, I said last 5.2, but I've been checking the numbers. They said the numbers flux a lot, but $5.3 trillion is being moved around the world globally daily, right? And market transactions from a global daily value, right? And a lot of our people, once again, are not partaking in it. They're sitting back making excuses about it. They're afraid, they're fearful. They're just kind of stuck in that bubble. And because of that, their economic situations are kind of just stuck. That doesn't mean that everyone can do this and want to do it. I get that too. But again, you would not find a better apparatus out there where you can build generational wealth at these high multiple levels, literally overnight, legally, from doing literally just some basic understanding of how to break down the market, how to pay attention to your current events, how to understand, company values and how they run their scenario, their show, or whatever the case. And then you go out and execute under that banner, right? Stocks jump up and run all the time. We had, once again, one today that jumped up and ran over 207%. So some of you guys may have called it JAGX, right? This actually was a veterinary company that crossed over into human trial values too, in terms of how to treat I think they deal in what type of cancer they deal with. It was some kind of value that they deal. It's some kind of drug. I forgot. I know I've read the thing like 30 times over. But anyway, that stock jumped up around 200% today, guys. 200%. I mean, they went from like 14, 15, 60 something. What was it? No, it was I think it was like about 18, 19, 20 some cents, somewhere around. I have to go back and look at it. And the stock went up as high like 44 cents. I got into it, I think, around about 23, 4, 25, and it rode up like 40, 42 cents. So, you know what I'm saying? It sold off, pulled back. I bought back in again, right, around about 28 cents and rode it up again like 36 cents. There you go. You started at 16. I was like, I knew I was right first time. That's how my mind. I played trade so many stock. And the stock went all the way to like 44 cents, guys. Go look at that chart, man. That chart is something beautiful, right? Until it sold off, you know, like that hard crash. But you know how that goes. That's part of the business. That's why we, you know, you got to understand how to read that RSI. I was my brother Stock God. You know, he's a big proponent of learning how to, you know, teaching people how to even know how to trade off the RSI, which is our relative sliding index. Kind of know that when the stock is overbought, meaning just too many people that bought all the kind of, you know, the ice out the cooler. That means at this point, ain't nobody can do more buying at that point. At some point, you got to sit still and let them restock that thing. So it's going at that point, it's going to sell off a little bit, which it did. Pull back pretty hard too. A lot of people got caught up there at the top trying to, you know, chase it and got burnt. You know, but smart investors knew exactly what when that alert went off that this stock was moving, the momentum was there, and it crossed over some certain barriers and thresholds. That was your time to buy in. So obviously, I took advantage of it. You know, made some good little money off that little trade. Also, what else did I say? Z-Sums, the one I traded, hit big on that one. I've been tearing that stock up for the last couple of days anyway. So that was another good trade, bullish trade I had. Pixie, obviously I swung a Pixie. Ate off that one really well yesterday too. I was in Pixie, PIXY at $2.94. I rode that baby all the way up to like $4.30 something into after hours. Took a little bit off the top, left a little bit in there. Then this morning it kind of sold off. They had news that came out again, and you know I called it to the T. I said, you know what, this might be a red to green. You know, don't count it out too soon because they open up red. And just sure enough, when it kind of the market settled a little bit, and you know it caught a spike, right? Stock spiked up and went up to like $4.40 something. So again, I was able to sell some of them shares up in that $4.40 something range and left a tiny bit in there now, which I have left, which it kind of pulled back since then, but doesn't matter. I took the bulk of that profit off the table. And so that was a good trade. Trade that actually one of the Robinhood accounts. I got playing both of them, me and the Eagles, but that was a good trade too. So, but that's the market, guys. Like I said, I'm excited. Let me get out here, go pick my little guy up. I just want to jump on real quick because I know I've been kind of, you know, missing in action on Facebook because they put the ban on me. You know, they put the Mumia Jamal clamps on me. Obviously, no pun intended there, brother, because I stand for everything he believes in. But you know how it is. They try to silence, you know, our voices when we stand on truth and we speak truth to power. They don't like that, and y'all know it's already what that's all about. So I'm banned for 7 days on Facebook. I'm just gonna use my other Facebook. That's why I got two Facebook pages for a reason. So I'm gonna create the other one up, knock the dust off of it, and I'll go in the group from through that one. And then I'll kind of, you know, get at the, you know, get with the family. We'll build in there. For some of you guys, like I said, that may not know what I'm talking about, I have an introduction to investing workshop that I'm doing right now. It's a 3-month commitment value where, you know, we kind of break it down some, you know, very, you know, entry level kind of things. Obviously, there's a lot of, you know, good knowledge in there from all assets, but it's really, you know, breaking down the fundamentals, making it make sense, dumbing it down, removing a lot of the pressure, you know, building up the psychology, the understand that you're dealing with a market where you have to be very strong in terms of how you value, you know, your perspective, making right choice decisions, all in terms of your due diligence. So some really good stuff. So obviously we got some intermediate traders in there as well. We got a couple more advanced traders that's taking it as well. That's actually going through it. So, you know, at some point we all find ourselves back to that kind of, you know, let me go back to square one reality, so to speak. And let me kind of, you know, re-equip myself with some of the basics that I might have lost a little bit over time, just kind of trading the kind of different, you know, values of the market and different people coming at you with different techniques and styles and strategies, and you're trying to find your way and you find your own strategy. So I always tell people, you know, keep it simple, you know, kiss it, keep it, as they say in the military, keep it simple, stupid, right? Or keep it simple, Simon, whatever. So at some point you have to learn how to do that too and keep yourself in check. So, you know, I've been very, you know, I was to say, you know, solid in some aspects, and now up to this point, and make sure I try to keep my psychology kind of in play, rightfully so I can make good decisions based on what I'm seeing in the market, right? And you know, whatever the case. So again, it's just once again learning the parameters, guys. So I didn't want to, like I said, stay on here long and kind of get all into a little, you know, a little, technical tangent, but I just want to kind of show the market a little bit going into the close where we knew Trump was going to be speaking at 3:30. He came on and did his little spiel. And I think right now, like I say, after hours is what I'm really, wanting to see how the market going to react, because, if it sells off after hours with this news, or if it spikes up and goes bullish, then that's going to be a good indication of what's going to happen tomorrow, right? And so some of you guys know what I'm talking about in terms of, and it's a Friday. We look at Fridays like paydays in the market, so to speak, because people want to be taking big profit tomorrow. So if the market opens up red tomorrow, then that's already going to be ugly, right? So people may, feel the little, the burn of news that's happening right now, and start having these kind of like, different little thoughts about how they want to kind of invest into next week. So they may start restructuring their portfolio, which may cause a lot of stocks to probably dump or plummet or some case. So either way, make sure you got your eyes on the SPY tomorrow, and also the Qs tomorrow, the QQQ, right? The financial values and the SPYs are really good litmus tests of how to kind of gauge the market from an intraday perspective. All right, excuse me. All right, so guys, let me get out here and go get my little guy. I'm supposed to been out of here at 4 o'clock. So it's already finna catch his old raggedy traffic. Y'all know I'm in the Richmond, Virginia area now. I miss my little Baltimore area now in the DC area since we kind of moved from that area. But all right. Oh yeah, I got your family, Sunshine. Matter of fact, I just got a new batch that came in literally 2 days ago. I ran out my purple sea moss. I ran out of all my gold, right? Because Black History Month, most of the time, most people are buying this stuff. So I sold a lot of my stuff last month because I offer a special during Black History Month, and they just blew through my little gold supply, which is always nice anyway, because people are serious about their health. But I got my new batch in now. So I do have some of the gold. I'll contact you, Sunshine, and I'll get that taken care of from. I need to get with Brother Garfield too. Probably send him some for his daughter. We know what's going on with that scenario. So I want to be able to send them some for his daughter, the same way I did for his son too. So just helping out the family. But yeah, I got you, Sunshine, and I'll give you the breakdown of everything is in terms of the malls. No worries. I ain't got nothing but the best. So you know me, I don't deal with that fugazi stuff. I only get the best. If I can't carry the best, I ain't gonna carry it. So I got that good. And it's one of the potent ones out there too, guys. My brother Sean Moody actually purchased some from me, so he's a testament. He actually purchased some of the I think the purple. He got the purple from me. Wildcrafted purple sea moss straight from Jamaica. So we got some testimonies right here in the room. All right, so awesome. But I got that, so no worries on that. So at some point I'll do a live stream, consider talking about herbs and stuff like that. The other side of my little so-called business and so forth, because obviously my main issue is health and wealth. Y'all know my initiative. I just said it to them probably like green in the face. Health and wealth initiative. That's all I'm about. I'm about getting our people healthy and getting our people wealthy, right? Period, right? And the goal is, once again, that we need to all be thinking like that at all times, right? Yeah, it was the goal. He bought the goal. I wasn't sure if it was the purple to go. I sold so much last month, in terms of making a lot of the trips. I got all my people, mixed up. Yeah, that's it, brother. Obashan, you're right. It was the gold one. All right, so I'm definitely hoping I'm sure you got it mixed up and you're benefiting off of it too, especially as far as your scenario too. So excited for that. Let me see the market ain't dumped real quick. Peek over in the market real quick, see what's going on. All right, but again, yeah, bro, family trade stock, and here's I'm vegan, but I also do wild fish every blue moon. So I kind of had that same diet like Dr. Sabi had. Every blue moon he would do like wild caught fish. I do a wild caught fish, bro. That's it. I don't touch nothing else. All the other stuff, I don't touch it. Right. So I do wild caught fish here and there, but that's that's it. But other than that, vegan on average. Vegan, we in fact, Eva made some vegan crab cakes before she left, and some zucchini cake, man. Things. Oh man, if y'all could just one day do a cooking show for y'all on here live or something. You know I got a culinary diploma too. So I got some little skills on my belt, whatever the case. All right, back during my little military days, and then doing that, then moving around through college a little bit. So this is your brother back in the days when I was with boots on and so forth, with bootstrap days or whatever the case. So I've been around a little bit, been around the block a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Travel around a little bit. So that was me back in the green suit of days. But anyway, let me get out of here, guys. Go get my little guy because I know he's excited. Probably want to go hang out tonight, run me ragged. But yeah, I can help you out on that level. Once again, you want health and wealth, I got you. Herbs, recipes, good practices, you know, how to detox. I got all that stuff. I know how to do meal plans. I teach you how to shop better. I teach you how to save money on your grocery bill. I do all the stuff. Actually, I do consulting for that. True story for families. Show you how to save on your budget and also how to shop healthy for your children. And you'll find out that you actually not necessarily spending more money that you think it is to turn to eat healthy than what they then kind of lied to you and told you that it costs more than to eat healthy, because we cut out a lot of the bad stuff that actually balloons your grocery bill anyway, like cookies and cakes and pies, trash stuff like that's loaded with sugar, stuff you don't need anyway. You remove those things away from your grocery bill that actually frees up money to be able to afford the healthy stuff, live-based, plant-based foods and so forth on and whatever. But I got you. So if you need information on that, I can help you with that too. All right, so let me get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in real quick. Just want to kind of speak on, you know, what was happening with Trump a little bit and his tariffs. You know, that's been big news all over, you know, the world lately, you know, since he kind of announced that he wanted to slap tariffs, you know, on these different, you know, countries that's, you know, importing that stuff into the country, saying obviously it's an unfair deal. That may be true to so to speak, but at the end of the day, you know, a free economic global economy is based upon how you can kind of pull a little bit from everybody, right? Because everybody, you don't have all the resources you hear. Obviously, you don't rape this country, this land mass here, so you got to get it from somewhere. So apparently, you got to make some good allies in terms of, you know, make sure you keep your economy, you know, flowing properly, you know, with the products that you need and services. Therefore, so anyway, we knew it was going to happen. The market responded a little bit and then pulled back from it and jumped back and ran back up. So it may hold up. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it works out. All right, guys. So I'll hit you guys a little bit later. Like as soon as I get back and figure out how we're gonna do this evening, if not, you know, we'll come up with some idea how we'll work it out. I was just gonna be dependent on the little guy. He's a good guy, but you know, obviously it's just me by myself right now for the entire month. You know, I got him for the entire month by myself, which ain't no problem. That you know, when I was trading earlier on, I used to have him beside me when he was, you know, from the ages of infant all the way up to 2 years old before he even got into a daycare. He was with daddy, you know, day for day, every day. You know, I didn't trust my little guy with nobody. So I need to make sure I kind of been right there to watch. So I was still, you know, y'all know how that go. Another conversation for another day. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Appreciate you guys for checking in with your brother real quick. And Uncle Jocelyn, power and profit to the family. You know, Uncle, Shimotep. That's what I should say. Shimotep to the family. All right, see you guys a little bit later. Appreciate you guys checking in with your brother. All right, awesome.